Hey everyone, welcome back. It is time for another wrestling review. As you can tell by what Campo's wearing, Bullet Club, New Japan, that's going to play into something later in the show. So stay tuned later in the show for that. But before we get into our review of New Japan's Destruction in Kobe 2023, make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I've been putting a lot more effort and a lot more work into the videos, so it would really mean a lot if you guys just threw a thumbs up, help with the algorithm, help me out so I can put out more content like this. So with that out of the way, Campo once again joining us for a review of New Japan Destruction in Kobe. All his stuff will be in the description box down below. Make sure you give him a follow too. He's got a Comic-Con video that he posted up last week with Putty. Putty went to his first Comic-Con. Yay.
That was actually a really entertaining video. But don't
It was.
subscribe, subscribe to him. Because if he gets famous, then I'll just ride his coattails.
Yeah, when I become Booker for Scott D'Amore, he can be my producer.
Exactly. When you replace Gail Kim in the women's division.
Exactly. See, I'll be her protege. She doesn't need to be replaced just yet.
You can't replace her. It's impossible.
No, she's irreplaceable. So we are going to get right into the New Japan review. This was Destruction in Kobe. This is the first of two events. The second night's team is a little bit more stacked. We'll run through that at the end of the show, but we'll start off with the pre-show matches, which was the War Dogs against Tiger Mask and Kevin Knight. Surprising that War Dogs were on the pre-show, because there's a couple matches on here that could have gone on the pre-show.
To be honest with you, I didn't even know it was the pre-show. I kind of just put the thing on and I just let it ride.
Yeah, because this, considering for a New Japan show, this is pretty short, only 10 matches.
Yeah, and the early matches were very fast.
Yes, I put that down a few times in my notes that everything was really quick.
The first three matches were over in like 20 minutes. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very true. Yeah, pretty much. So, nothing much. Tiger Mask, this is setting up more Kevin Knight and
it's nice Kevin Knight gets to spend some time with Tiger Mask. It's nice to see Tiger Mask. We knew they weren't going to win.
Yeah, because this is setting up the match between him and Kushida against the War Dogs later on. So that's fine. Next we get five guys, Sanada, Doki, and Taka Michinoku against the aforementioned shirt you're wearing, House of Torture, Dick to Go, Evil, and Yujiro Takahashi. Surprising you put your world champion on the pre-show.
Yeah, but it's not a singles match.
No, that's true.
We've seen them do this kind of stuff before. They've put Okada there in the pre-show.
Yeah. But if you ask me, the Okada match with Zack should have been on the pre-show. Maybe swap things around a little, but then you would have had back-to-back. But yeah, makes sense.
You had back-to-back, you freak.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I enjoy that kind of stuff. I'm a sucker for punishment.
Was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was very short and possibly like changed the entire story of New Japan.
Mm-hmm. I haven't watched Collision, but isn't on Collision they reveal who attacked Jay White?
I don't know. I'm standing right here.
I was watching NXT Saturday night, so. But
I'm watching Collision.
Yeah. But yeah, do you think it's like who attacked Jay White? Do you think it's going to be Finlay?
I don't know.
Okay.
I want to say yes.
A little later.
I want to say yes, so I'll say it right now. I want to say yes because I think that they posted a bunch of pictures recently where they were in the States.
Yep. And the fact that later on, we'll talk about it when we get to that match then. War Dogs go over. We knew Kevin Knight wasn't going to get the win. Meaning, does this mean when Kevin Knight and Thing face them in 2 weeks, are they going to get the belts?
No.
They're going to keep them on the War Dogs for now?
I don't know. I feel like there's obviously plans for Kushida or else this wouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't win anything yet in Impact still.
Yeah, and they're kind of pushing Kevin Knight, but they're also they want to push Clark Connors.
But I feel like the reign of terror of Bullet Club is not over.
Yeah.
So I feel like it would be stupid to take the title away from them now.
Yeah,
especially when they don't have any major titles. Like, no one in Bullet Club has any major titles. You have the open weight, the strong tags, and the junior tags.
Yeah.
So it's like none of them are like the big titles.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, so Bullet Club go over, keep them strong. It really promotes, like, it's really pushing them as these heels. Maloney, since joining them, has really taken a shine. Like, he was good before, but this kind of brought him to that next level. And Kevin Knight is already there. Out of all those LA Dojo guys, I think Kevin Knight has the highest ceiling there.
He's probably the best one.
Yeah. And the fact that he's been paired with Kushida, because I know in the junior tag divisions, TJP is kind of winding down, so they're giving Akira a bit of a push as a singles star. So
I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah, but five guys against they were talking about how Kanemaru was injured, and that's why he wasn't out helping with everybody tonight in their corner.
Tell me about everything else.
On top of that, we get our usual House of Torture shenanigans, our usual, funny enough, they mentioned the fact that Dick to Go was actually in Kai and Tai with Taka Michinoku at one time. And this was for what it was. It was just a good match. It was nothing.
Okay, well, hold on. Bring it back.
Sure.
Rewind. So there was Dick Togo. There was
Evil.
Taka Michinoku. There was Taka Michinoku. There was Funaki. Who was the fourth guy from Kai and Tai?
Oh, that ECW guy. Give me 2 minutes and I'm going to look it up.
I can never remember the name. It's so funny that I was trying to do it like all week. And I don't know why I didn't just
Tajiri was part of it for a while.
Yeah, but that was like way later. That's like when they crossed over, when ECW crossed over. This is like Attitude Era.
Kaz Hayashi.
There you go.
Was part of it. Funaki, Tajiri. Hamada was part of it.
Yeah, that was also later too.
Who, if you in yesterday's review, when we were talking about Noah, Hamada was there too.
Okay.
So there's a callback. And Yamaguchi-san was the manager.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah.
Because his wife was like Val Venus and
Choppy your pee-pee.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But so those were the members of Kai and Tai. There's a little WWE nostalgia, like that photo I sent you of the recent Nation of Domination today.
Yeah, there you go. Nailed it. Easter eggs.
There you go. Go follow Instagram if you want to see that. But yeah, I mean, five guys go over as they should. Sonata's your champion. He shouldn't really be losing. And
not to that team.
No, but it makes sense because both Sho and Taichi had a match later in the show, so they didn't need to be out at ringside. And Kanemaru was injured. He was attacked backstage, apparently.
There's a lot of foreshadowing that happens here, and it will come back to pay off later.
Yeah. So with that, we're going to go into our main card proper. We're getting Gorillas of Destiny with Jado and ELP, who's essentially a part of that group now.
Yeah, I think so.
They're really pushing Hikuleo and El Phantasmo. I think they're actually going to win the belts.
I can be okay with that.
Yeah. And against the Bullet Club, basically the rest of the Bullet Club, Owens, Coughlin, Gato, Finley, and Gabe Kidd.
Wasn't Kenta there?
No, Kenta was not on the show.
Oh, I feel like I saw Kenta. Chase Owens was there.
Yes, Kenta was not.
Okay, calm down.
Yeah,
Kenta was not. I'm not yelling. You're yelling. I don't know. I find this scenario just strange. Like, the match was nothing special. And
I mean, it's setting up Tama Tonga. Is it Tama Tonga against Finley?
Yeah, again, we already had this feud, and now you're refeuding. I think it should be ELP against
Finley.
That's
coming.
But like, if they end up,
Tonga's gonna lose that match, but ELP will be finally the one who dethrones him, and it'll be a huge push for ELP.
If at the end of this year they lose Tama and Tonga, and they end up going to WWE, I think that this whole storyline they're trying to tell here makes no sense. And if they are worried that is possibly going to happen, they need to break Hikuleo and ELP off of this very fast.
Yeah.
Just put them with Jado and let them go do their own thing and like have a storyline where they face against Gorillas of Destiny. Like it's a battle between the two and two.
Yeah. I don't mind that at all. Surprisingly, Tonga gets the pin, so chances are Tonga's losing that match.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, quick match, didn't last very long. It was, like I put, again, decent but quick. So, and I put Tonga. And then we're going to our next, we're moving as just as fast as the show was. We get the reunion finally of Leo against LIJ, Bushi, and Takahashi, setting up the Leo Rush Takahashi match.
This match was really good. But I don't like the foreshadowing of the Leo Rush and Yo thing where they're like, oh, I don't think he likes the way that he's acting.
Yeah.
And
But
it's
I
like,
find Yo is elevated every time he's with Leo Rush.
100%.
Like he always seems that much better when he's paired with Leo Rush.
They're a really good team. I like it, but I think that he's gonna defect from Chaos. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, he's gonna defect from Chaos. I think Yo and Leo, excuse me, are gonna have a fallout, and
yeah, I think you might see Leo Rush join Bullet Club.
I could see that. Bring in one more. They're keeping it all Gaijin,
because then he not only is he a young, hungry wrestler, which is what they're always talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He's a wrestler in a division where they don't have any wrestlers.
Yeah,
in a singles capacity. And he also is well, I guess Ishimori, but he's still off TV.
Yeah, he'll be at least another year.
But and then when he goes back to Impact, he can be with Bay and Austin, and I think that's a good team up because now Rascals have 3 people kind of.
Well,
so they don't need Leo Rush anymore.
True, but if you notice, this is what I was alluding to earlier in the show. At the end of the match, even though they get beat down or they lose, Gorillas go over. David Finlay states that if you're not part of David Finlay's Bullet Club, you're not part of Bullet Club.
But Ace and Bay are part of that Bullet Club.
Yes, but who is not is
Bullet Club Gold.
Exactly. And I think that's what leads me to believe that Finlay or somebody was the one.
Well, then maybe we're going to get a pre-show match. That's going to be like Juice and because the Guns are already on the card.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe at Collision, I haven't seen Collision, so maybe that's where it gets exposed. Anywho.
Yeah.
They do need 2 pre-show matches for that because there are no pre-show matches.
No. Yet.
And Freddie Kingston. Oh my God.
I know.
How is this a thing?
I don't know.
I just want to say this, okay? Spoilers to everyone. On Rampage, they got Rocky Romero to continue to put over
Eddie Kingston.
Like, how many more legends is he going to beat before we're like, just like, oh yeah, he actually can't wrestle? Maybe we should like pay attention to that.
Oh, they announced some pre-show matches.
I don't want to know about it. I don't want to know. I'll plug my. Okay, you say it. I'll take my headphones out. Go.
Okay. The Acclaimed and Billy Gunn against TMDK, Shane Haste, Mikey Nichols, and Bad Dude Tito. Luchasaurus versus Nick Wayne, and Josh Barnett's coming out of retirement to face Claudio Castagnoli.
Those sounded great.
No, they don't.
Oh fuck. Anyways.
But yeah,
we digress.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Taz. But yeah, Yo always seems that much better. Like you said, I think this could lead something with Leo Rush as well. I don't know. I'm waiting for Yo Hey Yo.
Yeah,
because hey, they're sending Oiwa over to Noah. Why can't they send Yo?
Oh yeah, that was good.
That was good. That was good. Go back and watch yesterday or the other day's episode, Monday's episode, when we talked Noah. That Oiwa is in. That shocked me. I didn't know Oiwa was in Noah,
and it's on loan.
Yeah,
like Yuji Nagata.
Yes, but I digress.
Satoshi Kojima.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Leo goes over. Leo Rush gets, or was it Yo that got the pin?
I don't remember who got the pin.
But it was them.
This was a good match.
Yeah.
Takahashi's real good.
Yeah. I mean, he did not deserve to be as low as he did. Here's another plug for you. Go watch that video on the PWI Top 500.
No Naito.
Naito.
Masha Slamovich was top 20 in the men's list.
Yeah. Where Kenny Omega was not.
Yeah, that's okay.
Who had 2 match of the year candidates.
I don't even want to argue Kenny Omega. Naito's not on the list.
He was beat out by Cheeseburger and Corn Dog.
Corn Dog. Cheese Dog. That's their team name.
Chili Cheese Dog.
Ooh, I like it.
I like it. Yeah, that's a good. So with that, we go
Cheesehausen.
Cheesehausen. Cheese Doghausen.
I'm sorry. Continue.
We go into our next match. TMDK, Bad Dude Tito, and Zack Sabre Jr. against Ishii and Okada. Again, where is this leading to? It's just a match to fill the card, isn't it?
I also didn't like this match.
Mm-mm.
This is probably the first. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like. Sorry, I'm gonna pretend like up to this point this show has been like spectacular, but like
but it's been decent.
This was the worst match, like not even close.
This reminded me of Okada from last year at Battle in the Valley, where he just did not give a shit to be there. It was very much like Okada seems the type that if he doesn't want to be there, he's gonna sulk and he's gonna not.
Yeah, this reminded me of Tanahashi from the first multiverse when he fought Mike Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Ishii always tries, so I can't really complain about that.
When Max Verstappen loses to Lewis Hamilton and he cries about it.
It was just two guys that just didn't care.
Yeah. Even Zach didn't really. This was more a push for Bad Dude Tito.
I think so because Zach has so much stuff going on right now coming up. Like he doesn't care about this.
Yeah,
it's irrelevant. A trios title, was it for the titles?
No, it was just a tag team match. The trios titles, I think, is next week.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. And it isn't even against them. It's against Motor City Machine Guns and Josh Alexander. Now there's a match.
Wow. I forgot. Actually, I knew about that. That's a banger.
Yep. Yeah. It's going to be a good show. You thought this show was good. The next one's going to be even better. So with that, I mean, TMDK actually go over. Ishii gets the pin because Okada's not going to take the pin in this. He's not going to take the L. It's very, I don't know. This felt, I don't know. This just felt like it didn't belong on the show. Like they didn't care. Even Zach didn't seem like Zach showed more passion. We'll explain to you at the end of the show what happens, but he showed more passion in the speech he gave when he called out Daniel Bryan and all that at the end of the show.
But I think that's because to him, that's big time. This is just like irrelevance.
Yeah. He's like, we'll just do a good job of putting Tito over, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Good TMDK Tito. Go over. Tito gets the win. Next, we are going into probably the match that meant the most on this card as to what happened at the end. We're getting Taichi defending the provisional KOPW championship against Sho. Sho was so good in this match. Yo, he just disappeared.
Yeah, I know.
Sho was really, really good. I like the concept where everybody was handcuffed to a member. Like Sonata was handcuffed to Evil, and what's his name? Who else was there? Takumi Shinoku was handcuffed to Togo, and Doki was handcuffed to
the other guy,
Takahashi. Right? So it was foreshadowing something that was going to happen later in the match. But I mean, Sho really put on a good match in this one.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler. We keep saying that. I'm not a big Taichi guy, but you are.
I'm okay with Taichi. I'm just like, I'm glad that now Sho has some kind of gold or some kind of prop.
Oh, we forgot someone on the team. Shohei Yo.
Shohei, yeah.
Wait, is that too many names? Yohei Yohei
Sho.
Shohei Yoho. Yes. I don't know. Who cares? It's all, we got to get all four of them on a team. Yeah. Anyways, we digress.
Lee Yohei Yosho.
Lee Ho.
But I mean, it was good. Sho is your new KOPW champion, but the reason being is what happens later in the show.
Well, Sho had already stolen the belt, for people who don't know.
He did the same thing Evil did with Sonata's belt.
Yeah, which that match is coming up too.
Yes, on October the 9th. We'll review that, so tune in later for that one.
But this is good heat.
Yeah.
For that coming up event.
We got the wrench.
I also think, well, tell them what happens.
So, as Sho was about to hit Taichi with the wrench, the referee was knocked out. Kanemaru comes in, and everybody's cheering Kanemaru because, he's not hurt. He's actually physically able to help him. He grabs the wrench, drinks from his bottle, and then cracks the bottle over Taichi's head. We get a defection of Kanemaru joining House of Torture,
which I think is huge because Kanemaru is not a small name.
No,
he's a
the
fan
former
favorite.
GHC junior heavyweight champion. Like he's
a really good wrestler too. We saw him wrestle in the juniors tournament, and we both said he was really good.
Yeah,
he's a good wrestler. He has a good lineage of wrestling throughout his career.
He's a well-established name in
and it adds to them, right? It adds something to them, and I think it makes all of a sudden House of Torture has become relevant.
Yeah,
and I think
now they have the numbers game over just 4 guys.
They do, but I think just 4 guys is going to get a member.
Yuya Uemura.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, but forget about who it's going to be. They're going to get another member. House of Torture, I think this is all a ploy to like push them into the spotlight because Evil's contract's expiring soon and they don't want him to leave.
Yeah. There is talks about him moving to the US to be with his wife.
Yeah, so there's a lot of WWE talks. There's a few I've heard Impact mentions and I've heard AEW as well.
He can fit in with the Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he could fit basically anywhere. He's been in Ring of Honor, so
yeah.
But I also think that this is going to tell a storyline as we progress here, as 5 guys or 4 guys, whatever they are, move towards their new feud with LIJ. That's going to resurface because I know that's going to happen
because that's as what happens later in the show. Yes, that is definitely going to be happening.
But staying with this, I think when that happens, I think House of Torture is going to break off of Bullet Club, and that's going to be the feud. It's going to be Bullet Club against House of Torture, and that's going to be a storyline for a while.
I like that. I don't mind that.
If you notice, all of their new merch doesn't have the Bullet Club logos on it.
Yeah, they're the shirts that they were wearing was just House of Torture.
House of Torture.
Yeah, so I could go for that. And like I said, Show is your new champion, so that's good for Show.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I really like that way more than Taichi. I'm sorry, I just don't like Taichi.
It's not that I don't like Taichi, but
you've been a supporter of him.
I have been. It's not that I'm not, but at this stage in his career, Taichi doesn't really need anything. Like the KOPW championship was nothing for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's already too far past his prime. I think not like he's bad or anything, but he's not winning anything anymore. No. So he's just got to learn how to play that character and play to those.
He's
strengths.
Become that type of Tanahashi type of play piece in the company where they'll throw a belt on him here and there, but like
it's going to be tag belts. He's going to win tag belts, right? Like he was great in the tag division. Him and Zack Sabre Jr. were a great tag team.
Yes, they were. But I mean, it's good for Show, and then now there's so many possibilities to go with here. Like Yo could feud with Show again. Like there's so many, especially now that they put it on a junior heavyweight. There's more possibilities for it. So because they were even talking about it's a different weight class for Show to be facing Taichi.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean that's good for Show. So with that, we are going into our next match. We are getting TMDK versus Bishamon. The OG TMDK reuniting for this. Mikey Nichols and Shane Haste, who have not tagged in a long time because they've been pushing.
We haven't seen Nichols for a while.
Since the G1.
Oh, no, wait. Who's the one we haven't seen for a while? It was Bad Dude Tito, right?
Bad Dude Tito, yeah. You know who we haven't seen in a while? Tom Lawler.
Yeah, we got to get Tom Lawler back out there.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't.
Well, he's probably been on Strong. And we don't watch Strong.
No, there's already too much for us to watch.
Like weekly, I can't. I don't need a New Japan weekly show.
No, I get all the information I need from their major shows, which we got 3 coming up this month.
Exactly.
So, but I mean, we clearly knew this was going to happen. Like, it's just another win for Bishamon. I'm kind of, at this point, I even put it down. Like, they're kind of stale, Bishamon. Like, we need somebody fresh with the belts.
I agree 100%. I don't mind them being a front runner and even winning the titles back, but we need some time with them not having the titles. There needs to be no more Bishamon, put them back into chaos and let them do their trios and like 4-5 wrestler things.
Yeah. Put them in
Maybe Chaos
multi-tag.
needs a storyline. That's a thing. Chaos really needs a
Yeah,
storyline.
because if people don't realize, Chaos hasn't done anything.
Yeah, Okada, Okada and Ishii are tied up with the trios belts, but there's no storylines.
And a member of
Bishamon has no storylines.
Yeah.
Rocky Romero's over in the States. Well,
He's pretty
Yo
much
hasn't done
running.
anything.
He's running strong, basically.
Yeah, Yo hasn't done anything while Leo Rush hasn't been there.
Yeah, because Rush is part of Chaos too, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I don't know.
We haven't seen the other guy. Who's their? Don't they have a lucha guy?
We're thinking the guy from LAJ, Titan.
No, I missed Titan. Titan was great in the G1.
Titan was good in the G1.
Was it the G1?
Yeah,
Titan was the juniors. It was
the juniors.
Best of the juniors. Best of Super Juniors. He went to the finals.
That's right. That's right. And he had an awesome match.
Anyways,
I digress. Yeah. Who is it? Chucky T is part of Chaos.
Oh yeah, they are. All of them are. The best friends are all part of it.
Toru Yanu's part of Chaos.
Oh, that's the other guy we forgot.
Yeah. Yes, that is the other guy we forgot. But I mean, Bishamon, like I thought this would have been, even if it was just for a short while, put the belts on TMDK. I know we're not fans of TMDK, but just to change it up a bit. Like even if it was a short run, like give it a month, they lose it like the November pay-per-view or something to somebody else.
I agree, but this match was actually good.
I put best I've seen from TIDK, best I've seen from both teams in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, Yoshihashi is always surprising. Like you come out and you don't expect him to do anything, and then he has like a few good spurts. And you're like, wow, I really enjoyed that.
He did well in the G1 this year.
Yeah, he did really good last year.
Yeah,
Goto's a legend. At this point, if they had a Hall of Fame, which I don't know if they do, for New
Goto
Japan,
should be part
Goto
of it. Yeah.
will definitely be in it.
Mm-hmm. But Goto falls into that Taichi Tanahashi.
At this point, yes.
Yeah.
That's who I would compare him more to, as like a Goto. Because like Tanahashi still gets way too much main event time.
Yeah, and he does bubble bath commercials.
That's true. He's very cute.
Very kawaii. But I mean, Bishamon go over. I thought this would have been a good opportunity. Even like I said, if it was just for a couple months, lose it at like Lone Star Shootout or something,
Yeah, they've actually had it for a really long time now.
Yeah, since they beat FTR. Was it back in April?
Was that Wrestle Kingdom?
Was it at Wrestle Kingdom? They've had it since January. Oh my God, they've had it for almost a year.
Yeah.
It's like didn't they lose it at Wrestle Kingdom? They lost it at they
won Tag League and then they challenged FTR and they won.
That's right.
And then I think they did lose it and got it back. I don't know. We'll look into this. This is irrelevant to the story that we're telling right now.
But I mean, Bishamon does go over. Like I said, this would have been a good opportunity even to put it on. I think at this point, TMDK. What?
They lost the belts to Aussie Open, and then Aussie Open had to give up the belts and
because they got hurt. That's right. Yes. Yeah, because that was huge. Just like when Aussie Open won the belts in ROH and then lost them a week later.
Yeah, just like they're not going to beat FTR.
I think they are. But we shall see. We shall see. Only time will tell. That was on Sunday. That hasn't happened yet.
That happened definitely already. We just are time travelers.
Time travel, exactly. We are not here. We are bending this fabric of time and space. So we're going to go into our next match, which this was a decent match. It started off slow, but it ended up really, really good at the end. Was Great-O-Khan against Shingo Takagi.
I mean, but we've seen this
so many times.
This match is basically becoming like the ELP versus Shingo thing, where it's just like every time there's a pay-per-view, it's Shingo versus Great-O-Khan now. And it's like,
but the thing is, when ELP was facing him, the KOPW was always on the line.
That's true.
These
guys were KOPW this year and lost it.
Yes. And both of these guys also made the top 500 and Naito didn't.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Shingo's great.
I mean, Dragon Gate legend, that guy. But I mean, like I said, is this really a match we needed to see again? This is like watching Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus for the 30th time.
No, but I liked it. And I need some kind of like figure it out, get your contracts done, and get Akira Tozawa over to face Shingo Takagi, and let's have a match.
Okay. I like that. But they have a new Young Boy member in United Empire.
Oh yeah, they do.
Callum Newman.
Callum Newman. But
Stupid.
he's no what do they call oh my god, how do I not remember his name? The guy in TMDK.
Ichiban Sweet Boy.
Ichiban Sweet Boy, that's my guy.
Surprisingly enough, he wasn't on this show.
They talked about him a lot.
Yes, they did. But yes, they have a new member. Maybe we'll see. I mean, he's no Oscar Lube.
This is a thing too. I know this is off topic, but I need an explanation.
Sure.
So the Don Callis family, okay, would assume that Don Callis is the leader, right?
Yes.
I understand that freaking little dweeb boy exists in New Japan, and he's like the leader of, well, not really the leader. He's like the funder of United Empire. I can't remember his name.
Gideon Gray.
Gideon Gray, dweeb boy. But like he's not the leader. Will Ospreay is clearly the leader.
Yeah.
So
he's more of a hype man.
Why in the States does Will Ospreay willingly work for someone else like he's a goon when he's the leader of his entire own faction that's full of like actual star wrestlers in another company?
Yeah. Yeah, he has Guevara and he has
he's in charge. Will Ospreay is in charge of Aussie Open.
Yes.
But yet he works for Don Callis.
United Empire.
Well, he's working for Don Callis.
No, but he's United Empire, not Aussie Open.
Wait, what?
You said Aussie Open.
No, he's in charge of Aussie Open because they're a United Empire. He's their boss.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
yeah, that's right.
But I'm saying like he has huge names under him, but yet he's a goon for Don Callis.
I don't know. That don't make sense.
On the same level as Sammy Guevara and Takeshita. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems so strange to me. I don't understand the story they're telling.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay, I'm sorry. I took that off topic.
Whatever. We had to talk about it. We'll find out next week on our Wrestle Dream review what happens there. But so Takagi goes over once again. Great Khan is on a losing streak. He's, I think, only won one match since Wrestle Kingdom, I think. Singles match, and that was in the G1. Or did he? Yeah, he did win a match in the G1. But yeah, so Takagi goes over. This was the buffer match until you got to your two co-main events here. So next we have the guy who did not make the APWA Top 500 defending his contract, I guess, for the Tokyo Dome show.
Defending his burlap sack.
Yes.
His burlap shopping bag.
Against the guy who didn't make the Top 500 and Jeff Cobb. We'll never get over that. I don't know
what the point of this match was, but it was a really good match.
This was a fantastic match. Cobb, every time I'm watching Cobb, he keeps getting better and better.
When he went into like power move, shut it down, and Naito was selling like a monster.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a really entertaining match. It's a well done, well choreographed.
It was just the right length at 15 minutes.
It felt long, but not in a bad way. It felt like a long match, like, oh, I'm getting what you want out of this. Like, you know, when you watch a match that's really good, but it's too short and you feel like something got left behind.
The MK Ultra match from a few weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. It felt like something was missing.
Yeah.
This didn't feel like that. I got enough out of this
and
match.
It had a satisfying finish where Naito wins.
You had to win because you can't lose that burlap sack that says contract for you.
And this is what you were saying about what's going to play into the Just Four Guys faction. This is where the feud now is. They're going to feud with House of Torture for a little bit. They're going to bring in a fifth member. They're going to win that feud. House of Torture is probably going to splinter or fracture for a little bit, and then five guys are going to move into a feud with LIJ before Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, the ending of next year probably through the probably going to be through World Tag League, where they're going to like reignite their beef, and it's going to lead right into Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah,
because I'm sure Sonata's going to team up.
Well, I mean, think about this. Let's hypothetically say they bring in Yuya. Yuya and Doki in the junior tag.
Exactly.
Against Bushi and Titan. Right? Set up a great feud there, right? You know, and then in your heavyweight division, you can have like Shingo and...
It's going to be Shingo and Naito, probably.
Or Tsuji.
Because they don't have Sonata. Oh, yeah, it could be. Yeah, because you don't want Naito to get injured. It could be.
Yeah. So you have Suji and Shingo against the team of the other two guys from Taka Michinoku and Taichi.
No, it'll be Sonata. It'll be Sonata.
Sonata and Taichi.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
they use
because
Taka, it'll be in juniors.
plus he's not as active. Like he'll still wrestle from time to time. But you got to remember the guy's 50 and he took that faceplant in the Royal Rumble 25. Never forget that. Watch that live. But Naito wins as he should. Eventually, I think this feud with United Empire Jeff Cobb is finally done, and I think the feud is going to move into Five Guys. So with that, speaking of LIJ, we're getting into our main event of Yota Tsuji against Will Ospreay, defending the now newly christened IWGP United Kingdom Championship.
Yes, but is it actually, or
yeah,
the
commentators even made mention now it's the United on all the search pages. It's still showing that it's the United States Championship, but it is the United. Unless
I like it better because it's different. No one else
has
that belt. Has a belt called the United Kingdom Championship.
Yeah, WWE used to have it with the UK NXT, but that didn't count. But yeah,
well, I mean, now they're gonna have the NXT European Championship, so
that's true. But which essentially that's what the Heritage Cup is.
Kind of, it's like a KOPW more, I guess.
Eventually, that trophy will become a belt.
Belt trophies.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Yota Tsuji. I mean, as good as this match was, and it shows that Yota can hang with the big guys.
This match was really good. What are you talking about? Don't you dare. Was fantastic.
The only thing is, I don't like Tsuji losing all the time.
Yeah, he loses a lot, and I find it really weird that he keeps getting to challenge like the top people in the company with no build up to it.
And that promo, you sent me that a few days ago too, about him talking about bringing back the I was excited. Maybe he was going to win this, bring back the Intercontinental Championship. Like, who knows?
No, but I think that what the general feeling I have for this is that we're going to tell this whole story. Naito's going to finish his story, and his story is going to end with him winning the IWGP Championship, splitting it, and becoming what he really loved, which was being the Intercontinental Champion. He's going to go on a little run with both. He's going to let Tsuji face him. Tsuji's going to beat him for that belt. And I think
back the big white belt.
Yeah. And then you're going to have... He'll go on for a bit with the world title and lose it to somebody, probably Will Ospreay, because they'll bring that storyline back.
Yeah, because he beat Will Ospreay in the G1 finals.
Exactly.
So I like that idea. But then, like you said, this was a fantastic match. I mean, at least Will Ospreay was what, number 18 in the...
He should be number 1.
But
I mean, not for you, but for me.
Yeah. But I mean, it was what it was. This was a fantastic match. I don't think it's a candidate for match of the year, but it's pretty close.
It was a good. None of these were, but they were.
No,
this is a good match.
This was it was a decent show, and
this is the best match I've seen Tsuji wrestle.
Yes, because it looked like he couldn't hang with Sonata in that match.
And you know what? For better or worse, because I mean, it's not really a good comparison, but he has a better spear than Edge does.
He has better spear than Roman Reigns.
I mean, Roman Reigns has a better spear than Edge too.
Yeah, but essentially, like, Tsuji is their Roman Reigns. Like, he looks like him. He has the same build. Like,
he actually has a similar wrestling style to Edge.
Yeah,
like the type of his moveset. It's supposed to be because he likes football.
Yeah,
that's why he wrestles that way.
I think more like a Goldberg type of.
Yeah. Who cares?
Except but I mean, he's 10 times better than Goldberg.
He already hangs, man. Those G1 matches, some of them were bangers. Those 20-minute ones.
Yeah, I mean, that group was like such a tight group right till the end. It was such a good tournament. But I mean, Will Ospreay wins as he should. I just feel bad for Tsuji losing all the time. Like, you hype this guy up, you bring him in. It's like same thing with Shooter Umino. He's kind of fizzled out a little bit.
Well, because he doesn't wrestle enough.
Yeah. But even when he does wrestles, they're inconsequential matches.
Ren Narita barely wrestles at all.
Yeah. That's true. Well, Ren Narita is going to be wrestling on the next show, on the next card.
All right. Well,
Well,
let's
before we get into the rundown for the next card, Osprey goes over in a fantastic match. What would you rate this show?
7.1.
I was there right with you. It was a 7-3 for me because
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the last two matches
I just
and the
think
tag match.
other than the story that got told, like the matches weren't bad, but other than the
Yeah.
story that got told in the middle and then the final two matches, it was just a lot of filler that didn't
Yeah.
mean anything. It's kind of like I found it to be a very awkward show.
This show felt like a setup show for the next show.
Yes, which I believe that's what it is.
Yeah, that's essentially
Which
what
is
it
weird
is.
because it's not a road to. This is an official like event.
Yeah, this was an official event because they're doing a couple more Road to Destruction in
Yeah, I think there's
Ryuguchi.
two more or three more.
Three more, I think. Yeah. So with that, let's run down quickly the card for next week's show.
Okay, you run it down.
All right. We are getting Takahashi versus Lio Rush versus Mike Bailey in a three-way match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. This is where Lio Rush wins the belt, and Takahashi doesn't need to take the loss.
Yeah.
Because there's already a built-in feud with Lio Rush and Mike Bailey.
I don't think that Mike Bailey needs to be here, but I understand why Mike Bailey is here.
Yeah. We got a singles match. This will probably be on the pre-show. Tongaloa against Chase Owens. Tongaloa goes over. Chase Owens is not winning. War Dogs of Clark Connors and Drilla Maloney against the Intergalactic Jet Setters. Knight and Kushida. They're taking the loss. War Dogs are keeping the belts.
Yeah.
Finley versus Tamatonga. Finley's going over.
Yeah. No, Tamatonga's not winning.
Yeah. He got the win in this match. He's not getting the win in the next one. We actually have the final match in the best of 7 series. We are getting Master Wada, Shota Umino, and Yuji Nagata against Minoru Suzuki, El Desperado, and Ren Narita.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Good to see Nagata back, though.
Yeah. I mean, he is still the Triple Crown champion, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Or did he lose? He lost the belt.
Did he?
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. I think he did. I'm not. Don't quote me on that. I'll let you. It'll be here on the bottom whether he did or not.
It'll be on the bottom.
Yeah. Now that I add graphics.
It's right here. Look.
Yeah, right there. It was there.
He's gonna leave it here now. He's gonna keep leaving it because I keep saying that it's here.
No, it's already gone. It's gone.
Oh, it's already gone.
It's already gone. We are getting the other War Dogs, Coughlin and Kidd against Gorillas of Destiny. I think they're losing this one. Hikuleo and Phantasmo. They got to put a little shine on ELP. He's so hot.
Fine.
He's so hot right now.
You can have it.
Okay. Then finally, we're getting the first defense of the 6-man Never Open Championship. Chaos is defending against the Motor City Machine Guns and Josh Alexander. They're not going to lose, but it's going to be a good match.
No, they're going to lose. Either that or it's going to set up a feud and they're going to win. They're going to lose next time.
Okay. Well, yeah, they got a show in the U.S. in a couple weeks. And then we're setting up the Sabin. And that'll take place, I think, right before Bound for Glory. So that'll set up Shelly versus Josh.
And Bound for Glory is in England, right?
Yes, it is. Along with Royal Quest. That's right. That's in the October as well. We got Royal Quest in October. We got, which they set up a match at the end of the show. Will Ospreay is defending the IWGP UK Championship against Zack Sabre. Yeah, against Zack Sabre Jr. at Royal Quest 3. I hope it's not like last year. Last year, they didn't televise it. We couldn't watch it.
So I think, I'll tell you this, spoilers. I think Zack Sabre Jr. is going to win, and I think then he's going to lose the TV title to somebody. I think he's going to move up a category.
Really?
Yeah.
You think this is the time to take it off Ospreay?
I think Ospreay is going to go do some other stuff.
Well, yeah, he's going to be... He's busy. He's going to be busy with Impact, with Rev Pro.
I think he's going to be featured heavily in other places.
AEW.
Yeah, so I don't.
Unless they give him a run with the International Championship,
they might, because Rey Fenix is definitely injured.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. But then we got in our main event is Sonata versus Evil. Sonata's winning this match.
Yeah,
I think this is where I think we're going to get our 5th member. I don't know who it is. I hope it's Yuya, but I think this is where we'll get our 5th member because
the story will continue.
Yeah, because they now have House of Torture has 5 members, just 5 guys have 4 now.
This is also gonna be the point where they hint at an LIJ thing, I think. And then in the next meeting, they're gonna get beat down so badly by House of Torture that Naito's gonna come out to help Sonata.
Yeah, I like that.
Because Evil was also an LIJ, so this is continuing to tell a story.
Yeah. Okay, so it is officially still the U.S. Championship as I'm reading the sub notes here.
See?
You were right.
Wrong.
You were right. I'll never.
You'll never doubt me. I'm always.
I'm not that I'll never doubt you, but I mean,
You'll
if I'm
never
wrong,
doubt me.
I'm a facts guy, and if I don't get my facts right, I don't like it.
You shouldn't fax anymore. There's like all kinds of modern technology.
Exactly. There's emails.
All right, we're digressing.
We're totally pulling a Taz. So with that out of the way, did you guys watch the Destruction show? If you did, let us know what you thought of the show down in the comments below. Once again, thanks again for joining us this week. Tune in next week. We'll have even more reviews. We'll have our NXT review. We'll have our Wrestle Dream review and something else maybe. If we have time. If we have time. Which one?
Fastlane?
Fastlane? Maybe Fastlane, maybe Destruction.
Maybe
in Real Goku.
But Destruction 5.
But it's a good movie. Putty's favorite. So with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. Tune in next week for even more wrestling reviews. And in the words of Kenny Omega, goodbye and good night.